I'm going to share some really useful tips and knowledge with you that I've learned in my over 130 hours of gameplay. And the first tip that I have for you is you can make a ton of money by investing in gold. You can buy gold bars at Blue Balls Boutique for 10,000 each. This is to the east of the car wash, right next to Ray's Real Estate. You can take these gold bars to the pawn shop to the south of the motel and sell them to Mick, and you can get even more than 10,000 each for these. So right off the bat, he offered me 91,500 for 80,000 worth of gold bars, but you can try counter offering and getting him to accept higher prices. Just make sure his temper doesn't go all the way up from denied offers, or he'll attack you and you won't be able to deal for the rest of the day. You can change the initial offer too in case you don't get a good one by sleeping and checking in the next day, and he'll give you a different offer. Sometimes the offer will be worth less than the gold bars, but just keep checking in day to day and he'll eventually give you a really good offer. You can do this until you find a price you're happy with and gain a significant amount of cash, especially if you have all the businesses already to launder money into online balance so you can buy more gold bars. An extremely fast way you can assign things to employees is choose whatever you want to assign them to. So for this botanist, I'm going to choose the pots and drying racks. Then I can just shift click all of the pots that I want them to be assigned to and press E when I'm done and press escape, and that set them to manage all of the pots. You can also use this shift click trick on equipment as long as you're choosing all equipment that's the exact same type. So let's say I want to change the destination for all of these. Once I have them all shift clicked, I'm just going to press E, choose the destination, and set it. That's extremely useful for setting up really large or complex setups. Wall-mounted signs from Blue Balls Boutique are great for putting your best recipes on. I like to put down the sign right above the first mixing station in the line, or the mixing station I'm using, then press E to edit the message and put whatever the recipe is for what you're making. Speaking of that, a really great recipe basically anyone can do is OG Kush with mouthwash. Then take the output from that and put it in the product side again, then mix that with Viagra. This gives a mix with Balding, Tropic Thunder, and Anti-Gravity. It's one of the cheapest and easiest mixes to make, but it's worth $80. You can easily get 120 or more for this. Something to be aware of is the name is randomized, so you might not get the same name, but you will get the same effects and price. Speaking of recipes, here are all the best recipes for each product. Feel free to pause the video here or take a screenshot of this. If you have a setup that produces a lot of trash, you can go around with the trash grabber, pick it up, and then just dump it in one pile on the floor. Then swap to a trash bag and hold the circle over all the trash. Hold E to bag the trash. This is a faster way that you can pick up more trash than if you were to dump it in a trash can and then bag the trash. You can also take this bag to the cash for trash. You'll be able to get a lot more money at a time than if you were dumping the trash grabber or taking bag trash that you got from a trash can. You can also buy a toilet from the hardware store, and you can flush trash down the toilet as well. If you played for a long time, you might realize your game's starting to slow down. There are a lot of areas throughout the map that trash will randomly accumulate. Some of them are hard to spot, and sometimes it can get in really hard to reach places. If too much trash is on the map, it can bog your game down. And how you can fix this in a way that's way easier than trying to pick up all the trash is you can press escape, go to settings, click on this console circle so it's highlighted like this. Once that's done, close the menu, and press tilde, which is to the left of 1 on English keyboards, and that'll bring up the console. And just type in clear trash, all one word, and press enter. And that can help speed up your game a lot. If you're not on an English keyboard, it might not be tilde. For instance, on a Swedish keyboard, it's this symbol. But just try buttons until you see the console come up after you've enabled it. If you're tired of waiting until 6 p.m. to access the warehouse vendors, you can just knock out Oscar with a melee weapon and pick him up, open the door, and take him outside. Then go to sleep. So right now it's only 7:20 a.m., but Oscar's out here and I'm able to buy things from him. If you're really patient, you can keep knocking him out and slowly take him to wherever your setup is. The NPCs tend to glitch out after you've moved them a certain amount, so you have to do this over the course of a few days if you actually want to take them far. This trick lasts an infinite amount of time. The only thing that resets it is if you quit the game. I believe this trick was fixed for Stan and Manny in the last patch, but Oscar's the important one anyways. If you somehow make them go in the water, they're going to be inaccessible. If this happens, just quit out, and that will reset him back to his post, even if he saved after he fell in the water. You can buy wall-mounted shelves from Blue Balls Boutique. These wall-mounted shelves can increase your space efficiency significantly. You can even put them behind items. This is really useful, especially in smaller setups like the sweatshop or the bungalow. Keep in mind you can't assign employees to these, so handlers or botanists won't be able to access them. They're just personal storage, but you can use these to hold all your extra product or items. Make sure your wall-mounted shelf is at least sticking up partially from behind something if you're going to put it behind something, because if its interaction box is completely blocked by another interaction box, then you won't be able to access it. Something else you can get from Blue Balls Boutique is the safe. The safe has 8 storage spaces, just like the large storage rack, but a safe only takes a 2x2 configuration versus the large storage rack's 1x4 configuration, so it takes the same amount of space but uses different dimensions, which can make it really useful for increasing your space efficiency in certain scenarios. And unlike the wall-mounted shelf, you can assign employees to these. If you jump repeatedly while on the skateboard, then you'll keep building up speed beyond what the normal speed should be. And by doing this, you can go faster than the fastest car. You can also equip your skateboard and hold V, then hold left click, and you'll be in first person while you're on the skateboard, which is a pretty fun way to ride. You can also hold right click on the skateboard to free cam, and you can hold space to load a jump right before hitting rough terrain, then jump repeatedly to keep yourself from losing a lot of speed when you get on terrain that normally slows the skateboard down a lot. You can buy the golden skateboard from Shred Shack for $1,500, and this is just to the northeast of the motel. Customers can have widely varying amounts of money. You can see how much money they have by offering them a deal, and then adjusting the price of the deal until the success chance goes to 0. So I know Michael Boog has $2,785. If I compare this to someone like Jesse Waters, they have $1,671. Use these numbers to your advantage to know who to prioritize for sales and who can accept a lot of product. Some people with a lot of money from Northtown, the first area, are Jesse Waters, Geraldine Poon, and Ludwig Meyer. Also examples of people who have very little money, like for example from Westville. Even though they're in the second area, Doris Lubin has very little money. The amount of money customers have also scales up as you rank up in the game, but proportionally they generally will always have around the same amount of money. So building a list of customers you know have a lot of money and prioritizing them for personal deals and letting your dealers take care of customers that have less money is smart. And the final tip that I have for you is that handlers will grab things from top to bottom, left to right, when you assign them to something like a large storage rack. It's going to be really important to know for something like if they're restocking a recipe. So say I have items in an order like this on the shelf. They're going to take those to the chemistry station and put them in that exact same order, which can mess up your recipes. So if you're doing something like a recipe, you want them to have all of the ingredients in order from left to right in full stacks. Then they'll take them to the chemistry station and stack them in the proper order like this, which will keep you from having production problems where they put the wrong stuff on the ingredients rack. That's all the tips I have for you for now. If you found this video useful, then make sure to subscribe.